Welcome to Softcore History.
What is up? Welcome back to Softcore History. I am your host, Rob Fox. Welcome to the show. As always, I'm joined by Dan Regester.
Hey, Rob.
On the tat side.
Yeah, I'm not hosting the show, so I have to show the tat on the video.
Every week.
Front and center.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me and Jake switch all the time. But you, when you're not on,
right,
on host duties, you are in that fucking chair.
Well, Jake called this a lighthouse for whores.
Yeah.
So I really just got
a beacon
of hope for whores.
Right.
That's I think.
Did I use the word whores? Did I say thoughts?
More or less. I think it was whore.
Yeah.
You're getting super red pill now.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
Big old red pill lib cuck Jake.
But
we decided you decided you were gray pilled the other day.
I just don't care about it.
Yeah.
Just complete nihilism. I'm a fan of that.
But either way, we have like 6% of our audience that are women.
Yeah.
And you got to show good.
It's a hot six. It's a hot six.
It's a hot 6%.
My wife was asking me about that the other day. She was like, "So do you have like any female listeners?" And I was like, I like we have some for sure. Shout out Sarah Kidwell. But she was like, "Do you want more?" Like she asked me that. Like I don't want more. I was like, "Yeah,
Christina.
dude. Yeah, Christina
and Gabby.
But no, she asked me that. Like she's like, "Do you even want more?" And I was like, "Yes, I don't give a fuck who listens to this show."
Our show could be exclusively furries as long as there's a fuck ton of them. Yeah. Like I don't care. I just want people to listen.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I just want you to listen to the show.
Yeah.
Buy our merch. Subscribe to the Patreon.
We are not high value. We need certain people kind of listening to this. People. We just
the
want
hottest.
Yeah, no, I don't care. It could be all dudes named Larry. I don't care. I want to sell out. Let us sell out.
It's also like I was trying to tell her that I was like I don't know. It's kind of the nature of the atmosphere, right? Like everyone just gets hyper into their own little chambers. Like guys only want to listen to like guys talk. Chicks only want to listen to
also, if
chicks
you're a
talk.
listener and you're like a hot step or like you're a hot mom,
There's very specific stepmom.
Well, we do have that, right?
Well, I was gonna say you could hit me up. I could be a stepdad for 6 months or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
6 month stepdad. That's a new TLC show.
Yeah. 6 months is
about
being
the
generous.
limit.
Maybe 6 weeks.
Probably not gonna be
6
months.
weeks
6
stepdad.
weeks.
Yeah. Month and a half.
But yeah, welcome to the show. As always, like and subscribe. Leave a review on iTunes and Spotify. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. We are gonna have a
Was it patreon.com/softcorehistory?
Patreon.com/softcorehistory.
Or the app.
This week, episode drops Wednesday. We did a little street beef. Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton.
Wherein
right?
we discuss who was the correct side of the beef.
And just kind of break down what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you liked the musical Hamilton, but didn't know who but that's your only picture of Alexander Hamilton,
If you just want the details without the fucking terrible music,
the music's great.
this is the episode for you.
Yeah.
Music's
Rob does sing. by the way.
Spoiler alert. The winner is guns. Guns win.
Yeah. Well, they always win.
Yeah, they always do.
And always softcorehistory.com, merch, all that fun shit.
Yep. Patreon's full of, different kind of stuff, though. We have the game show with the Iconoblast boys. We have the live watch of The Patriot. So a lot of good content that we're going to put out on the Patreon every week.
The game show, it's a history quiz show. So we're going up against another history podcast to see who's better at history.
Find out by subscribing.
Rig it against you guys because I am the host.
Yeah. You fade your friends.
Friends is a strong word.
That's
Rob.
true.
Yeah.
Who do you spend the most time with?
Doesn't make it a friendship. We did say best friends last week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We're just walking that back.
By default.
That's like saying you're best friends with like your cellmate in jail.
Yeah. I believe Dan specifically told Christina, I wouldn't say best friends when we were hanging out this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend was pretty fun. We got to see a bunch of old Grand X people.
Yeah.
I was not welcome.
Well, yeah, so we went to a bar and you tried to bring a stupid baby.
Oh, let me bring this baby into
trying to bring a baby into a
House of Ill
South
Repute
Austin bar.
Yeah.
It was an outdoor beer garden.
I don't care if there's a playground for dogs, but not kids.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
Most places do have kid ones.
Did you see what their fucking kid policy was there?
Well, there's a time, right?
So there was a sign, it's weekdays only until 6 p.m. Who's taking their kid to a bar at Wednesday at 4? No one. The
Stay-at-home
only
moms.
time
I would actually argue go there Wednesday at 4. I
wanna
guarantee
see-
you there's a kid.
I want to fucking see. Because the only time people with kids want to go drink during the day or early evening is on the fucking weekend.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, maybe you have to drag your kid with you to, Monday Night Football? You can't even watch that.
Yeah,
Because it ends at 6.
Yeah, I would like, I don't know, just get a sitter. For like, I wouldn't want to bring my kid if I was like weekday drinking.
No.
Yeah.
Weekday drinking is much worse to have your child at.
Yeah, I would say that's what I'm saying. Like, when do you want a sitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weekend drinking is where you take your kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that Saturday. We were at Moon Tower. We were at Armadillo Den. Friday, did a power hour at 30.
30 bros.
No,
Wouldn't
he's a
advise it.
30-year-old doing a power hour.
Oh, at 30.
Yeah, at 30. I wouldn't advise that.
How many bros in the group?
There was a lot of bros. It was just nothing but bros.
I am here. I am standing your commitment to being with like 15 to 20 dudes at any given time when you're going out now.
I'm trying to.
Oh,
Yeah.
I only want to roll squad deep.
That
Yeah.
fucking Instagram story you posted of that night, like of the power hour. I was just like, oh fuck, that's like my 2014.
and everyone was
Makes
dressed
you
like
hungover. looking
everyone
at
was
it.
dressed like a dickhead too. So
Yeah.
that was the best part.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, man, I've had many of that's
It
every
was just a
night.
college night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We relived college.
It's not even a college night. That's a Grand X night.
Yeah, that's great.
That was a fun night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're best friends. We'll just say it. We'll just reiterate. We're best friends. Yeah.
Nah.
You got
doesn't
nothing
like
else.
it.
You got
He
nothing
doesn't
else.
like it.
I know you're going to a wedding this weekend with your real friends, but
Yeah, my real friend.
not really. Yeah, we all have our real friends.
In Orlando.
Yeah, some of them listen to the podcast. Most of them don't. They're not supportive friends. Most
Oh.
of my friends aren't supportive in any of my creative endeavors.
Right.
Weird. We help you do them.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But we're just tools to each other.
Coworkers,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're all
coworker. Yeah,
we're all knives.
we're work friends.
know.
You're my my work husbands.
Yeah, we have work polygamy.
What would you do if your wife was like, "Oh, he's like my work husband"?
I think the work wife, work husband thing is kind of weird, to be
I think
honest
it's
with
creepy as shit.
you. Yeah.
No, it's not weird because, well, as long as there's an age gap.
Wait,
I think that's the best way to do it. When I first worked at Golf Channel, I was 21, and I had a work wife that was like 42.
so you had a work mom.
That's a
it was,
work mom.
It was a work mom, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a work. She's grooming you.
Maybe.
Yeah, like that's
A work
how it is.
predator?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's called working your way up the corporate ladder, Jake.
yeah. Man, I don't know. I hear you can fuck your way to the top. I would like to know how, because I've been jerking my way off through middle management my entire life, and it's just not good.
Well, that's where we're all destined to be.
Yeah.
Like we're white, but we're not that white.
Yeah.
We're not the right type of whites. 2 Catholics and a Jew.
Yeah, no,
but
no,
not
no.
not like a good Jew.
No.
A half breed from Florida.
Blue collar,
Yeah,
Pennsylvania
we're-
family.
Yeah, it's fucking government bureaucrats for parents. Like it's just not, but not high level. Like we're talking local gov. It's just none of it. We're not the right types.
Yeah, you're right. You can move, I've heard, up in class.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it happen to anyone ever. So
Oh, we
that's-
also discussed this when we were at the bar Saturday, and Jake called these people white trash because it's South Austin, you know.
Yeah.
But
Who did I call white trash?
you called this group of people white trash as they were leaving. You were very fucked up. But at the same at the same time,
I did not. I
I
don't even remember.
responded with, well, we're white trash to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And did I agree with that?
You did.
Yeah.
You're like,
Like if the three of us rolled up to like a nice restaurant in the Hamptons, people would look at us like we were there to take the garbage out.
like this
Yeah.
weekend, if I went to Augusta, they probably wouldn't let me in.
I feel like a certain amount of whiskey tango gets into Augusta, or at least like middle class gets into Augusta because of the lottery.
Right.
But there is a certain crowd within that at Augusta,
But
yes,
they would
that
see
would
the
look
beard,
at you and
they
yeah.
would see the tattoo,
Yeah.
and they would
They
just
would
be like,
they'd make 2 assumptions about you. Either 1, that you're just a piece of shit, or 2, that you're a piece of shit, but maybe you're a veteran.
or I'm working like a food stand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Serving
Did I say this to their faces?
pimento
I'm
cheese
sorry.
Sandwiches. No.
You just ca-
You're a
you-
coward. Of course you would never say
Okay,
this.
thank you.
You're just,
God,
you're just causing Jake anxiety now. Just tell him, hint at other stuff he did while he was blackout drunk, but don't tell him. But like drop hints through the episode.
Well, that was the best. Friday night. I was a social butterfly, and I remember every.
Wow, that's out of character.
I know every person I talked to, but I don't remember what I said. But I talked to everyone.
That's nightmare fuel to me. that freaks me out every time I do that because it's like I know I had conversations.
And
I don't know what the fuck I talked about.
I hope I was a good hang. I don't know.
Yeah.
You probably were.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're fine.
No, yeah, almost always it is, but sometimes it's not.
Well, it sounds like we all had fun weekends. So it's a good thing that we have a fun topic today.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Today we're talking about something really fun. The colonization of the Americas.
Oh.
Yeah. And let me just say, we're talking about the brave people who traversed just the unknown to settle and civilize wild lands occupied by, let's just be honest, we're not here to pull punches, horrifying savage beasts. Okay?
Like bison?
And really, thankfully for all of us, America's settlers wiped out these animals that they came across. Okay?
I think you're talking about the American bison, yeah.
I think you're talking about bison.
Yeah, I'm talking, of course, about the nomads who came across the Bering Strait and settled the Americas 15,000 to 20,000 years ago.
Yeah, when the ocean was frozen there.
The ocean was frozen, but also it wasn't the ocean was frozen. It was that the ice age lowered the sea levels. So there was a land bridge across
now,
the Bering.
Rob, I was told no lands have been discovered.
These lands were discovered.
No, someone on a Twitter thread once told me
Nothing was discovered.
Nothing's discovered.
Nothing has been discovered.
No, people were just there, and I don't think they.
When people just grow out of the ground.
We were pollinated, yeah. We're all just pollinated little seeds.
Well, if you believe in electric universe theory, we were around
what is
when.
that?
Oh, it's so dumb. It has to do with the Saturn time cube. If you're interested in bullshit, look up the Saturn time cube. Really fun.
Okay.
But yeah, people have been around since before tectonic plates were shifting. So
Oh, did we make the plates?
yeah,
Forget that we came from Africa as a society, as a species.
No, we all started on Pangea, bro.
Yeah, no, everyone just was there.
Yeah.
You know?
Always has been, always will be.
And then the whites came and took over.
Well, not wrong.
I mean, are white people just the White Walkers of history?
Maybe.
They just
Is that
keep
a George R. R. Martin
They
thing?
just keep taking land and
Yeah.
We're
making
easily
everyone
defeated then.
Programmed to kill.
yeah, soulless.
Yeah.
Just do your job. You're a White Walker.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Whatever. Works for me. But yeah, today we're talking about the people who first settled America.
Tight.
Actually, the people who first and second settled America. And we'll get into that.
Okay.
Because about 15 to 20,000 years ago, human beings, nomads, crossed the Bering Strait when it was a land bridge called Beringia.
Wait, are you not a Catholic?
I'm a Catholic.
Are you good Catholic?
Depends. So, in Catholic school, by the way, they taught, at least in my Catholic school, they taught, evolution and shit. People are always, mind blown to hear that.
Isn't the
Like,
Earth,
when we asked
the Earth
them...
is what, 6,000 years old now?
That's not a Catholic thing.
No.
That's like a Baptist thing. I think there's maybe some Catholics that believe that, but that's more of an evangelical.
It is. I don't think most Catholics too don't even believe in God. So that's being a good Catholic. Between the ages of 14 and 65, you're an atheist, and then after 65, you believe in God again.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Right.
Just in case.
When you're in life's foxhole, you really got to bring them back into the fold. Yeah.
Once things start getting really fucking real.
Yeah, you got to rejoin the flock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so 15 to 20,000 years ago is when it's generally accepted that people came over, Beringia, the Bering Strait, the land bridge, whatever. It's about those people and the horrifying fauna, animals, megafauna, actually, that they encountered. Because what was living in America then was just a land of nightmares.
Mastodons.
Land of giants.
Land of giants. It sounds like something out of George R. R. Martin or some fantasy novel. It's fucking insane. It sounds like a Stargate episode.
Bigger targets to hit, though.
Pretty much. So
Slower.
these people who came over, by the way, also probably encountered other people.
Wait, so there were people already
Oh,
here?
see? People are already here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that Twitter thread had a point.
Maybe it did. It kind of did, I think.
Yeah, they came out of the ground like claymation.
Yeah.
Well, when the aliens came and seeded humans into the earth.
It's like in War of the Worlds
Yeah.
where they just put pods in the ground and then they shot lightning in and then...
Yeah.
Well, Jake, we are the aliens, actually.
Oh, if someone was like told me their theory on like, oh, aliens modified monkey genomes to make us, I'd be like that. Sure.
No, we just came from a faraway land.
Are you talking about like what asteroid hits Earth and it's got some bacteria on it that was frozen?
No, he's saying we moved a long time ago, like interstellarly.
And then they wiped our memories.
Yeah, we're on like a
so
prison
it's more
planet.
of a Battlestar Galactica situation.
Yeah.
This is a prison
Never seen
planet?
that, but sure.
Is this a prison planet? They wiped our memories. Why?
Are we Australians? Like
Come from the land
Earth
down
is
under?
Earth is
Yeah.
Australia. It's a prison planet.
A prison.
Yeah,
A penal planet.
penal planet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. No.
Penal.
it's a penal planet.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
That sounds right.
So yeah, this might be more of a softcore anthropology episode, softcore archaeology episode than necessarily history, because this technically takes place in prehistory. We're talking like Stone Age, literally.
This might be the oldest episode.
It is. I
Yeah.
like to just go deep. I just like to go deep into the past. I still tastefully penetrate it, as it says in our
Right.
thing, but I go as deep as I can.
I want to do a dinosaur episode just to one up you.
That's fine. What, just like two T-Rexes who were fighting over territory? Do you remember when you didn't believe that 3 billion tyrannosaurs lived?
That's too many.
But it was over the course of like 100 million years.
That's so many.
It's not.
Dude,
It
you'd
is.
be.
They're apex predators. You think they're just gonna like?
I think they're less apex than you think they are.
No,
I think people think they're like scavengers now.
not T-Rexes.
They also think that dinosaurs were just big birds.
Velociraptors were essentially like it's just a big bird.
I
They
think
were
they
all
think
big
all
birds.
of them were big.
They were
like, they all
all
had
big
feathers.
birds. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine a T-Rex? Honestly, that's more terrifying to me. A T-Rex, a giant bird?
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. A dragon, scary. Don't get me wrong. Big lizard dragon thing, no wings, whatever.
Chickens are scary now.
Yeah, birds suck
Chickens are
now.
assholes. Every bird, think about the grackles you see outside here in Austin. If that thing was 5 feet tall, it would murder you in a heartbeat.
And eat your fucking body.
You would have to literally have a shotgun slung over your shoulder at all times if
I don't even-
grackles were 5 feet tall.
I don't even think a shotgun would be enough.
Probably not.
You need a close range weapon too. Like, you need the shotgun, you need like a stabby.
Well,
Yeah,
shotgun's
but
close
now
range.
that we don't fear that, that's why humanity is soft.
Yeah, and we'll get into that.
You're
too.
right.
We'll get into
No
how
longer fear being hunted.
we'll get into how
Yes.
soft we are.
That's why you have anxiety, Jake.
I mean, that's probably true. There is probably some level
You're
of
too
like
focused on the small things because there's not, say,
a big terrifying thing.
yeah,
to
there's not,
scare
say,
me.
like
I
an
mean,
8 foot tall bear hunting you.
that's not even an insane take. That's probably true. Like, we need something to
Too
terrify us.
comfortable, bitch.
Well, also, so they say certain things like that, like anxiety and ADHD are evolutionarily useful because the anxious guy is the one always like looking out, like the paranoid guy. Like he's always like, dude, I don't know. That could be like, are there other people like following us or whatever?
So are you saying Hitler did us a favor, motherfucker?
Maybe elaborate.
Well, all the suppression makes
if
Jews
you had
neurotic.
the paranoid friend, maybe Hitler never happens.
It's like, I don't know about this
Yeah,
mustache
someone
guy.
wasn't paranoid enough.
Yeah, we were getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
You should have believed the drunk that was just yelling, "He's coming for us!" Like,
Yeah.
Let me tell you, man. But yeah. So first question: when do you guys think the Americas were settled?
That's such a trick question. Like, what do you mean settled?
When
Like,
did you
by-
learn that the Americas were settled?
By
Like the Native Americans.
or
whatever you wanna call it.
Some would argue that America hasn't been settled yet.
Still a wild land. You watch too much Yellowstone. This land can never be tamed.
Never.
Yeah.
boy, were they wrong.
Yeah, they're building a ski resort.
I mean, you just told me, so it's going to flaw what I would think. But going back to like AP World History,
Yeah.
prehistory, like around 10, I would just throw out 10,000 years ago.
Yeah, so we were probably taught in school that it was like 13,000 years ago.
Yeah.
13,000 years was a long time.
Is it 13,000?
Yeah.
Is that the number? Or is
That's
is
what-
it his guess?
No, that's what we were like taught in school.
Okay, I was going to try to price this right at
Oh,
13,001.
perfect.
Motherfucker.
Well, you're over. You're over. But yeah, so again, they don't really, this is just typical. They don't teach you the real fucking history in school, man.
How could they?
Yeah.
It's
they don't-
constantly
They
changing.
don't fucking teach you the real history. I never learned that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Believe it or not, when people get mad about like how history textbooks change?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because it's fluid.
Yeah.
History is fluid
Learn
too.
new things
Now,
about things all the time.
is this actually covered in the, what is it called, the 1800 tequila version of history?
What
that
is-
they're trying to put on public
What?
schools?
The 1800 tequila.
1800 tequila. Are they lobbying?
No, what is it? 1618.
Oh, yeah, 1619.
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they say the founding of America was when the first slaves came to Virginia or something like that. That's the founding of the United States. I'm pretty sure there were slaves before that in other parts of the Americas. Like literally as soon as Columbus landed and tossed somebody onto his boat. But 1619 project is, as far as I know, pretty garbage. But whatever. It's like pop history would be a polite way to put it.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like, I get what you're trying to do. I think, learning about that's important.
Yeah.
We don't need to change like the date of the founding of, I would imagine the constitution of a country is when it's founded, that constitution is drafted.
Whatever, when they declare their independence. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I understand, whatever. It's a collection of essays too, so it's not like one, but it's a whole thing. That'd be a whole episode. We don't need to get into that.
Yeah.
We're talking about the real founding of the Americas.
That's right.
All right? When the fucking Native Americans came over. But actually, it turns out human beings didn't settle the Americas 13,000 years ago. It was more like about 30,000 years ago. And they just discovered that 2 years ago. Or 1 year ago, I'm sorry. 1 year ago, almost to the day, like less than a year ago, actually.
There's too much math going on right now.
They found fossilized footprints in White Sands National Park, New Mexico.
Carbon dated.
So they did, kind of. So the fossilized footprints had been there forever, and they called them ghost footprints because they don't appear all the time. They just appear sometimes, and they're like legendary, like ghost footprints. But they finally were able to date other shit found at the same level as the footprints, like seeds and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you need an organic. You can't just carbon date a rock.
You can't carbon date a footprint.
Yeah,
No, you
it's
can't.
impossible
Right.
unless there's DNA in it.
Unless someone really stubbed their toe bad.
Yeah, and like I imagine if it's in the desert or white sands,
Right.
That DNA's gone. It's
gone.
been blown
Long
out
gone.
through
Right.
sand.
You
Long-
see that little mosquito that's trapped inside.
The
Yeah,
amber.
maybe if there's a toenail and amber in the footprint,
I for long have said that archaeology needs to pivot hard to amber mosquitoes. Because they do, a huge part of archaeology now is genetic testing or DNA testing or whatever you want to call it.
organic, anything with carbon in it, testing. Yeah.
So fossilized footprints from the White Sands National Park in New Mexico, they were dated to 23,000 BC, but since that's in New Mexico, you can kind of backdate.
Right, because that's central. So like it's not right next to an ocean or anything like that. So you have to imagine there's a migration period.
Yeah. Now, granted, I had to Google Maps this just to be sure, but it really, I mean, you can walk from Alaska to New Mexico in 2-3 years, right? So it doesn't take like...
That's how long it took on Google Maps was 2 to 3 years?
It's less than that. But I mean, like, assuming you have to stop...
For breaks.
Right.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
And
you
you're
can just stop in a gas station and fucking get food and keep going, right?
But
Yeah.
if you have to worry about, like, I don't know, saber-toothed tigers or some shit.
Yeah. Which you did. Literally have to worry
Probably.
That
like,
sucks.
Yeah, your path is probably diverged.
Yeah. And just finding food in general.
Also, just finding your way. You have no idea where you're going. There's no map.
You're just kind of, you're not really going there.
You're
not
wandering.
going there.
You wander.
Let's make that clear. They're not going to New Mexico on purpose. They're just following things.
They are following things, but they're not aimless either.
Yeah, no, there's an intention to the direction they're going, but
Is
it's
there
not a
purpose?
specific destination.
Well, we'll get into that.
At this point, have their brains developed to the
Yes.
point where
100% yes. We'll get into that a little more. But yeah, I mean, these like if you went back to 13,000 BC, they have the same brain as us. These people have the exact same human
were they
brain.
ground floor manifest destiny?
Yes.
I can't in good faith believe that they're the exact same brain as, I mean,
It is.
But
They are modern human beings.
They're actually
to an
smart.
extent, without like reading fucks your brain up all sorts of ways. It
Yeah.
changes the way your brain
but
works.
it's like the same size.
but I
it's
guess,
the same type of brain.
like the faculties or whatever are there.
Oh, so they have no influence. So they're pure. They're not stealing other people's jokes.
is Adam and
They're
Eve,
not,
yeah.
They're not taking other people's takes. They're just not repeating what they hear on a podcast.
Well, no.
I can't wait.
We'll get into that.
We're gonna get into a lot. It sounds
We'll
like.
get into that.
Okay.
Because, yeah, they are. They're stealing jokes.
Tale is
Not really
old as
jokes,
time.
but yeah.
Sounds.
Tale that predates time. Because, by the way, if you don't know what history, what prehistory versus history means, is prehistory is just pre-writing, essentially.
Yeah.
It's pre-writing it down. That's why Sumeria is what, like, so the Sumerian cities, they're like the first city-states or whatever. But, like, they existed for a long time before writing
Well,
did.
definition of writing, like I'm sure there was like caveman drawings.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there are. Caveman drawings predate settling the Americas.
Yeah.
But that's not really writing. That's just people
It
making
is
shitty art.
communication in
Kinda.
a form. No, it is.
Yeah,
It's literally using a medium to portray something that is communication.
Well, agree to disagree.
How would you disagree with that?
Let me draw right quick to disagree with Rob.
It's just, Dan just draws a picture
Right.
of him stabbing you in the neck. It's like,
I have
just
the
communicating.
same like artistic abilities drawing as probably some of the cavemen. Yeah,
Maybe less.
yeah, probably.
Some are pretty good. Like,
What else do they have to do?
Yeah.
Right? Just eat, fuck, and practice.
Maybe make a fire.
Yeah, that's it.
Find a fire.
And by the way, these I don't get into this too much, but these people are like pretty impressively technologically advanced. I mean, this is the Stone Age. So
So they got tools.
They have tools. They can
Yeah.
start. They have specialized rocks for starting fires, all this type of stuff. Obviously, axes, spears, like that. But so anyway, the settlement of the Americas was not in a straight line. It wasn't one wave. As far as we know, it came in at least 2 waves. The first natives, the White Sands, New Mexico natives, whatever you want to call them, the pre-Native Americans, they are genetically distinct, as far as we know, from the Native Americans who came to settle the 2 continents, in so much as they don't show up in the genetics of Native Americans.
Oh, so that code is just different? That part of the biome or whatever?
They
is
don't
just,
have a biome for it.
oh, weird.
They're
okay.
extinct.
Essentially. Essentially, the first people came over 30,000 years ago. Then an ice age, or the ice age, kind of got the ice age was already kind of going on, I think, but it got a little more intense and cut off the root. And then the weather got more agreeable, and a second wave of humans started to come in. And according to a geneticist from the University of Cambridge, this, and I'm quoting here, this would suggest that the initial colonists of the Americas were replaced when the ice corridor formed and another wave of colonists came in.
Interesting. I wonder, like, so they know they're Homo sapiens, though.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not like Neanderthals or like.
No, they don't know that, actually.
Okay, so
But they're pretty sure they're Homo sapiens.
so they're Homo. They're
Yeah.
just not sapien
all
necessarily.
Neanderthals are Homo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're Homo,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah,
not.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
not.
Everyone's
yeah.
a homo.
Yeah.
Yes, we all agree on that.
Yeah. I don't remember what Neanderthal, what that is. Homo.
It's like Homo neanderthalis or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was just curious because I mean, there's also this like whole other group of people like not sapiens that were in like Australia and Southeast Asia as well that were more diminutive. Like
Yeah,
even
they call
more
them the hobbits in Indonesia or whatever. I forget. Fuck, what is the Indonesian
Well, they're
hobbit?
gone now.
Oh, yeah, they're gone.
They're way gone. They got killed off pretty quick. But like, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm sure.
Homo floresiensis
Yeah.
is the Indonesian one, and then there's one in like Siberia or whatever.
It's pretty fascinating. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna. If you've read *Sapiens*, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
That's a good-
Denisovans.
Oh, really? I haven't heard of that one. There's one in Siberia. too.
Sorry, Denisovans. Yeah, those were more like Asian situation.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I
Where-
think it's fascinating though that it's like we had coexisted with other human things, but like
Right.
not us.
Yeah.
There were like multiple species of humans.
Of some evolved monkey.
Yeah, like-
evolved ape.
there's
I should
like
say,
at least
actually.
4.
Yeah,
like we were just
Denisovans or whatever the fuck, Neanderthals, Homo sapiens.
yeah, and we fucked and killed the rest of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Humanity colonized all of Earth.
Yeah,
Because we started in Africa.
Right.
And then we were really good at fucking and walking.
yeah, the best.
Dude.
The
best.
We crush. At
Nobody
fucking
fucks and
walking.
walks.
and killing,
Like-
and killing,
and killing.
We're really good at killing.
Nobody fucks and walking kills a human. So basically, there was an initial settlement of the Americas by some group, and they were wiped out. Probably by the later colonizers who came to be Native Americans.
Wait a minute.
Which
What are you trying to say?
is
Hold up.
whoa. Which
So
is
you're telling me some natives came here and stole the land?
so yeah. Somebody stole the land from whoever the fuck was here 30,000 years ago. And I only say that so you can drunkenly scream that at your most liberal relative when they're complaining
Yeah,
at
if
the next
anything,
Thanksgiving.
Retribution.
Yeah. Yeah, when they're
Thousands
like,
of years
For the people
later.
we don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
yeah. that have no
Fucking
genetic
pig.
imprint in modernity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those people didn't even get casinos.
They didn't.
That you know of. There could have been casinos. I don't know. You try to throw a rock into a saber-toothed tiger skull. Get a...
It's a carnival game.
Yeah, it's a fire starter rock. Here you go. New fire starter 6.
It's like, can you ride a mammoth for 8 seconds?
Yeah.
The answer's no.
No.
Actually, the answer's probably yes.
Actually, once you get
on
up
that-
there,
Yeah, once you getting up there is the real problem.
it's like you have to get on it.
Can you
getting
climb?
down.
Yeah, can you climb the mammoth?
Getting
Is the
down is
real.
the problem as well.
Yeah.
All right, come down and claim your prize. Whoops. Well, you're flat. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. But yeah, so that, and there is like almost no other information on who lived here before the massive like main migration, because there's a couple theories and shit like that, but like the archaeological picture of the Americas is like hilariously wildly incomplete. And this thing, like I said, was discovered less than a year ago, September, something like that. I think 2021.
Well, it's just because everything's so migration based for the Americas, right? I
Yeah.
mean, like it's a lot easier to find history in Africa or Europe because people were there longer.
Yes.
So, and settled there. Like, we're talking as far as like human evolution is concerned, 13,000 BC is pretty recent. As
It's
far
extremely
as,
recent.
Right. Compared to the span of how long we think or Homo sapiens have been around, which is like hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah. Homo sapiens were living in, for example, probably in China for 5 times as long.
Yeah, right. Because they had to get over there from somewhere, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it makes sense that it would be kind of riddled with mystery.
Yeah, this is like a fucking fascinating thing, and like I said, it's prehistory, so there's only so much you can find. And dude, and the way they find shit in these, the way they do these archaeological digs and stuff, one of the things they look for is like stone flakes, because it's a sign of that they were like taking one stone and making it like an axe or a spear out of another stone, and then just find these flakes that would never occur in nature, with the rare exception of like a cave in and maybe the
Rock slides.
They weren't
Yeah.
even making anything. They were bored.
They were probably bored.
They were probably just killing time.
Can you imagine how fucking bored you would be
with like literally having nothing going on?
any time prior to World War II?
No, you could have a good time in like the 1800s probably.
Yeah, read a novel.
Go to the Wild West.
Yeah,
Just live out Westworld.
kill some 2.0 Americans. We're 3.0 Americans.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to, it all sounds pretty boring to me.
You going
still.
.0 or would you go like a Windows update
Like bug fixes, 3.2.
or just Human 95?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. This was Human 95, the first one. Then the second ones were Human 97. And we were what, Human XP?
well, XP's trash, right?
Yeah. So Human XP?
So yeah.
Yeah, Human XP.
Not Human 2000.
Fuck. All right, where was I? Sorry, I forgot where I was. So basically, these people probably took over the Americas the same way we muscled out the Neanderthals, which is, so there's a couple theories on that as well. The most likely one, I think, is less so that Homo sapiens basically like actually fought Neanderthals, and more that it was essentially we killed out Neanderthals the way we kill out other species. We overconsume.
Oh,
take away
resource
their
depletion.
hunting-
Yeah.
Resource depletion.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And we populate more than they do. Blah, blah, blah. We starved them out, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, and that goes back to sapiens as well. It's like we were way better at taking resources from Neanderthals. Like Neanderthals were a lot more docile than us, and they were smaller too, so they didn't need as many.
I think they were more protein dependent, too.
Were they?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but
They're
yeah.
about gains.
Yeah, they're about gains, dude.
They were very squat.
Yeah. They were way more meat focused.
Yeah, I think they were like 5 foot, beefy, thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just overcompensating for their shortness.
Yeah.
Hit the gym hard.
They-
Trying to get wider.
But not as like good at getting things. See, the slenderness of us compared to them.
We were the Slender Man.
We are slender.
We are to them. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We're terrifying. We're ghouls.
They told stories about us.
Yeah, they're
About
like-
the slender man who came out of the forest one day.
It's like he's so rail thin.
He was holding
He eats so much.
a pointed stick.
Yeah, that's a terrifying thing to think about. Like, you're a Neanderthal, you've never seen a Homo sapien in your life, and this like long thing with a tool comes
And,
out.
well, it's the same thing as like if we saw an alien, but it was like relatively the same build. Like it had feet and hands and fingers and toes and a head and 2 eyes, but it was like one of those gray aliens.
Yeah.
Like to someone totally different, right? You might be like, oh, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's
but to us, we're like, like it's a nightmare. It's
That's
the devil.
horrifying.
It's
It
the
is
fucking
horrifying.
devil.
Yeah, that is the worst thing. Something that's on paper very similar to you, but in reality not at all.
Right. Yeah, it's not fucking good. It's like if maybe the first time a chimp saw a human, it's like, oh God.
Or like when those super remote tribes see white people for the first time, they're like, ugh,
Yeah.
what is that?
I mean, that happened a lot.
Yeah.
That's how James Cook got killed. Did we do an episode on that?
So that's just happening right now, by the way.
What?
Like all the gym bros are starting to realize, like, you know who's getting all the women? The Pete Davidsons of the world.
Slendy boys.
Slendy boys.
Slendy Twinks.
The Machine Gun Kellys.
Yeah. Straight Twinks.
It's just history is repeating itself.
Pill boys. Yep.
Like, why are we lifting? Why are we deadlifting right now? What's the point?
There's no point.
Just jog, dude.
Well, it goes in waves, right? 2014, 2015, that was hot. 2004, 2005, it was skinny boys. 2000 to 2010, whatever, skinny boys. Then it got to beef boys. Now it's back to skinny boys.
Beef boys are just lifting for other beef boys.
80s, beef boys.
Yeah, 80s
Beef
was
boys all
beef boys.
90s for sure.
90s was
boys.
beef boys for sure.
Yeah,
too.
probably late 80s,
Actually, no,
90s.
80s was Coke boys.
Coke boys, yeah. I was like ski bully, Slendy, ski boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 70s and 60s were also skinny boys. 50s were strong boys, though, I think.
Yeah.
50s, just boys with a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone had a job in the 50s.
Yeah, everyone
we
could get
crushed
some.
in the 50s.
This is when America was great. You could afford a house.
Yeah, whenever people are like, make America great again, it's the 50s.
Yeah.
That's what they envision.
Pretty
Yeah.
literally, that is.
Yeah,
what
you
they-
know, before black people were in sports.
Before women could leave the kitchen.
Yeah. Before they could have their own checking account.
Hey, black people were dipping their toe into sports in the 50s.
A little bit.
Robinson was 47. Had a couple people in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, true. Wide scale.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 50s were great for some people, for sure.
For inadequate people, yeah. They were awesome.
But yeah, that is how whoever lived in America was wiped out by whoever came to America after, which is the Native Americans. However, you know, there is a chance that the horrifying animals that lived on the continent, more on that in a minute, also wiped them out because, my God, these animals are horrifying. And I have a whole list that we're going to run down.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped for that.
The people who were or became, whatever you want to call it, Native Americans, they came over between 16 and 15,000 BC across the Bering Strait. They were probably following food. And between 15 and 14,000 BC, the human population, basically south of Canada, that is basically from like Wisconsin, Michigan, Montana, whatever, down, fucking exploded. Like I said, humans love fucking and walking and killing.
Hey, and it's warmer down there.
We can fuck and walk and kill like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
We are so good at it,
It's like we evolved to do that.
right?
Yeah.
There's like a funny meme, like I guess prehistory meme, where it's just like you're a gazelle and like this naked monkey's running at you with a stick, and you're like, oh no, and you run away easily because you're way faster than it.
Yeah.
And you keep eating, start eating grass again, but then that naked monkey just. Like you look over the hill and the naked monkey's running over it with his stick, and you're like, "Ah, damn it!" And you run again. You're a little more tired now, and you're like, "All right, well, whatever. I can eat grass." And then you look over the hill, and the naked monkey's still coming at you, and now you're exhausted, and it just kills you with the spear. Because we're endurance animals. Like we are.
Yeah. We're made for slowly wearing something out over a long distance.
That is how human beings hunted and everything. Like we are.
Yeah, that is the majority of my relationships, is just slowly wearing the other person out.
Yikes.
Oh man.
No, the history of humankind becoming this prevalent is kind of like the movie It Follows. It's like, you ever see It Follows?
Yeah.
It's like, you can see it coming. It's like, oh God, there's that walking guy again. They're not running to me, but they're walking. Better move 20 miles. Like,
Or it's that hypothetical where it's like, you got to go your entire life with the snail
the
chasing
snail.
you.
Yes, it's the snail. It's 1,000% the snail.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking? Do you know what he's talking about?
Oh yeah, that one.
The
I know.
Reddit snail?
Snail
Yeah.
never sleeps. It'll
Yeah.
always constantly try to come after you to kill you. And once it touches you, it kills you. But you just, you can outrun a snail, right?
There could be a decoy snail.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
That seems pretty easy.
Yeah.
Where do you start? Wherever you want.
Do you know where the snail is?
Yeah, I mean, even if you're on an island, like the snail's going to take a boat. He's going to come get you.
The snail will
That's
find a way.
fine. That's fine. If anything, the boat helps the snail, right?
The thing is, though, you have no idea where the snail is. He knows exactly where you are.
But you never know where the snail is.
yeah,
Interesting. Well, I mean, you can.
you're just always on the
It
Okay, we need to tell
Hold on,
people.
no,
If they don't
hold
know
on.
what this is, they
It
need to know
can't
what it
walk
is.
through walls, right?
He can walk up walls.
He can walk under the wall, or like there's probably a crack in the door or something.
You
like
probably
underneath.
take that. You probably prepare for that if you know a snail's coming to murder you.
You just take the necessary precautions.
Yes.
No, I'm careless.
I know you are, yeah. I will probably take necessary precautions.
For anyone that has no idea what the fuck we're talking about, there's an old Ask Reddit.
Everyone knows what we're talking about. This is.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it's a pretty widespread.
Just
like,
explain it anyway.
Yeah, there's a hypothetical on Reddit where someone's like, hey, you can, what is it, like, you get $1 billion, but for the rest of your life, there's a snail that's constantly going after you.
and once it touches you, it kills you.
You die. Yeah. So you kind of always have to worry about this snail.
I don't even know if there was money involved.
Is it a smart snail or is it just GPS
super
tracked?
smart,
Is it GPS just tracked right to your fucking
super
body?
intelligent snail?
It's as cunning as a snail can be.
No. I think the whole thing was like it's a very smart snail.
Right, but I mean, it
Like the
doesn't.
snail's as smart as you.
But it can't
That's-
communicate.
That's,
Like,
that's
it's
too much.
It's got the bodily limitations of a snail, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, all it can do is crawl and it knows things.
Can I kill it? Can I just?
No, you can't kill
No,
it.
once if you smash it, you're dead.
Yeah, you cannot touch the snail.
Oh, okay.
You can't kill it from far
Can
away.
I hire someone to kill it?
No, the snail
With $1
doesn't die.
billion?
The snail is
Yeah,
snail's invincible.
indestructible.
All right, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Like,
All right,
if you
whatever.
hire a hitman,
This was all
Snail's killing the
If you
hit,
look
man.
this up, all of these conditions are laid out pretty exactly.
but also like the Reddit thread was also not the first time this was a hypothetical. Like this has been like a
Yeah. It's,
Oh, really? I only know it from Reddit.
yeah. This is like kind of
Nothing's original.
Probably started the
Everything's-
bodybuilding forums.
Everything's been done.
Probably.
It's bodybuilding forums 1,000%. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You should be. No, it's fine. So Wisconsin down, the population fucking exploded. These people explored everywhere. And a popular, I guess, pop culture, whatever thought is like, oh, they're following the bison, whatever. They're following their fucking food.
Sure.
However, that was probably not the case because when they first started exploring, this is like a literally more or less a virgin continent because even though there were people here, that population had not exploded. So it was a relatively virgin continent, which means the resources were so vast that you wouldn't necessarily be required to follow a herd.
Yeah.
So the main thought on why human beings spread out through North America, South America, everything was literally just curiosity.
Again, boredom, right?
They literally just wanted to explore. What else did they have to do? They wanted to go find things. They wanted to go see just what was there. I honestly, part of me is like, these people were like woke up on a planet and are like, what else do we have to do? What is here? Let's go see what's around.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me. It's crazy to me. I can't even fucking fathom that. Imagine waking up in the middle of nowhere and you're like, well, I guess I'm stuck here. And all you have to do is live, hopefully fall in love or have sex or whatever the fuck they were doing.
simpler times.
And walk and explore and eat and build.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're supposed to be doing right now.
We found all the shit. What are you talking about?
Whoever created work.
There was nothing else to find. That's why work exists. We know where all the shit is. Now we got to extract it.
Yeah.
That's what work
Seems
is.
like bullshit, all right?
That's why we want to go to space.
Yeah.
I would walk 13 miles a day if that's all I did.
That's all you have
Easily.
to do.
30 miles is not even hard.
No.
Walking?
No.
Not hard at all.
What do you walk a mile in like 15 minutes? Maybe 20.
Tops. Like they say, like the normal average is like you go 4 to 5 miles an hour walking.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're knocking that out.
15-minute mile walking.
Yeah. You're knocking that out. You're knocking out 13 miles. That's like just a part of your day.
And by the way, according to experts, these people were making journeys that we would consider like extremely difficult today with modern equipment. And they were doing it with nothing,
Bare
basically.
feet.
Yeah.
Well, they have all the mitochondria built up on their foot. By walking barefoot.
Yeah.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, that's what I learned from that survival show with the military guy and the hippie. The hippie that would just walk everywhere barefoot. He's like building up the mitochondria.
That sounds fake.
Building up the planner's warts to crust over my
Yeah.
foot.
It's all fake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure these people's feet were quite crusted over.
Yeah.
Oh, they were fucking hard shells.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, these people weren't hot, not attractive.
They smelled.
You wouldn't smash.
Yeah, but it's
You know what I
kind of
like-
like smashing yourself almost.
What?
I'm sure all these people probably looked very similar. It's not a whole lot of like
Rough.
I bet you like the
Hairy.
hottest thing
Smells.
was symmetry, facial symmetry.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh man, their eyes are in a line.
This one didn't get wrecked by. And by the way, again, they were doing all this while like fucking and giving birth, and having watched a woman give birth in the 21st century in the most controlled environment you could possibly imagine, I do not understand how we're here. I have no comprehension of how human beings exist.
Our heads are getting bigger over time too.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Yeah. I'm going to say it is.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
No, it's just the clear and the cream that Barry Bonds used made his head bigger.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Cool.
The routes these people took, though, weren't just across the continent. They weren't just walking. Human beings actually probably spread down the Americas both ways by walking and kind of sailing's not the right way to put it, but kind of canoeing down the coast.
Yeah, like coast float.
It's something called the Kelp Highway. I didn't get too into that because
You're not going to give them credit for sailing.
they weren't sailing.
They were on the water.
Sailing involves a sail. They
I
weren't
don't-
doing
I
that.
don't
They
think
for sure
that-
weren't doing that.
I don't think that's a necessity.
Do you think sailing involves a sail?
I think you just got to be on a boat in water. You can technically sail.
I mean, like, that's just, you guys are mincing words.
We get into picky.
You're getting very picky. You're arguing over semantics right now. They took
Yeah.
a boat down water. They
whatever.
did it. Yeah.
They stayed on the coast. It's fine. So, yeah, the routes these people took across the continent, like I said, walking down the Pacific coastline, whatever. And what happened when these noble, brave explorers began to settle the Americas?
What happened, Rob?
They wiped out a shit ton of species.
Hell yeah.
Because there is no greater bringer of climate change than human beings. And that is not new to the Industrial Revolution. We move into a new place. We're the worst tenants in the history of Earth.
No, we make everything work for us.
Yeah. We move into a new place and we fuck it up.
We break everything. We punch holes in drywall.
Yeah, we do. We really do punch holes in the drywall. What do you think like every road through a mountain is? Just like giant cavernous walls.
And really, what is every cave painting but a kindergartner with a crayon just drawn on the fucking drywall?
Yeah. Gotta make my mark.
Yeah. We are not great tenants. However, I don't blame these people for killing what they found here, because fuck what they found here. What they found in the Americas is a fucking nightmare. And I'm going to run down a list of these nightmares.
Not so much of a nightmare if they're just wiping them out this easy.
Well, true, but man, the fact that they even had to face these down at all is fucking crazy, because they did have to literally fight and kill these things.
Yes.
And that's fucking wild. Fight and kill these things with the worst spears ever made on Earth, because they were like the worst.
Or the best ones at the time.
The best ones at the time, which means the worst ever.
Yeah.
I bet they just shoved it down these things' throats and they just choked on them.
Just waited till they opened their mouth and it's like,
Just
lodge
like
it.
a giant fucking toothpick down his throat.
I mean, you gotta remember, this is there are no metal tools. These are all stone spears. I don't even think arrows exist yet. They can't even do,
Well, throw a rock.
The only ranged attacks are throwing a rock or throwing your spear with a rock fucking tip or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're fighting these almost dinosaur-esque animals, but they're mammals for the most part.
Right.
So the first one we have, it's called, sounds pretty docile, the American cave lion. This nightmare lived from Alaska down to South America.
So the entirety of this
Yep.
whole thing. Yeah.
It was 8 feet long
Okay.
and 4 feet high from foot to shoulder.
Oh
So
my
when it's
God.
on all fours, it was 4 feet high.
That's bigger, but not as I was expecting a little bit.
That's big.
That is much bigger than any modern lion.
Right.
That's humongous.
But I was expecting like 10 feet on its 4 feet.
That's dude.
4 feet tall is up to your fucking midsection.
I know.
So think of it standing up.
It would fuck you up. And this is, by the way, it still moves like a cat. It is fast as fuck. And strong as fuck.
So that thing's like 12 feet tall when it's standing.
It's just a lion times 2. It's double the lion.
Just sounds lazier.
It's not. It's a fucking opposite. The thing's a fucking killing machine. There are actually cave paintings in Argentina that depict it. It was like reddish in color. But don't worry. It was no match for the super smart monkeys with murder tools.
No, nothing is.
Nothing is.
Yeah.
Nothing is. The American lion bones have been found in trash heaps at archaeological sites. So like what has been confirmed as like a trash heap of the like where humans were hanging out. They were just like done with this lion bone. Fuck this fucking
That was
lion.
their version of a tire fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fuck you, American lion. Next up, if you're a fan
It doesn't sound so tough, does it?
it doesn't now, no. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, next up is the dire wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Dire wolf was
We all know, if you watch Game of Thrones, that they were bitches.
They all
'Cause they all died.
They're really good at it.
They were very good at
Yeah.
dying.
It was 6 feet long, 3 feet tall, toe to shoulder. Had the greatest bite force of any canine ever.
Dope.
Could fuck you up, hunted in packs, killed mammoths, all
Not
that.
a problem.
It wasn't a problem for us. No, we fucking murdered it. Next up, this one was not really a threat to humans, but I just would not be pleased with seeing it.
Just an eyesore.
Is this the armadillo?
That's soon.
Okay.
This is the Jefferson ground sloth,
Oh, no. Yeah, these things suck.
the 9 foot tall sloth.
Why?
A fucking 9 foot tall sloth
that are
human-
super docile.
And by the way, they only ate leaves, so that means that human beings hunted them into extinction, probably.
Yeah, because they weren't bothering anyone.
No.
They were killing
And
trees,
we weren't
dude.
cutting down their trees.
This is by far the easiest target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were just slitting these things fucking throats. Just
you-
climbing up the back, and they're like, and then like ripping their fucking throats out.
This would be the like easy level of a video game. You're on like a dumb island where there's dumb big sloths that you learn to kill first before you get onto harder things. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah, because even if a sloth defends itself, this is what happens.
I love
That's-
the visual humor. By the time it gets to slap you, you've stabbed it 36 times in the face.
Yeah, it's fucking dead, and you fucking eat it. We murdered this thing. By the way, it's called the Jefferson ground sloth.
Dan is
He's
still, reaching.
coming at me. We'll see what happens.
I might get to you by the end of the episode.
You're like the snail.
Yeah.
He's coming.
Oh, it's just there. I am actually starting to get worried about it. to be
It's
quite
getting
honest.
close enough now. You
Get out of here.
Now you're dead. You touched it.
Yeah, I'm dead. It's called the Jefferson ground sloth because they found one of these ground sloths' paws when Jefferson was president, and sending Lewis and Clark out to explore the Louisiana Territory, and they thought it was a bear claw at the time. So they're like, dude, find this nightmare animal. They thought it was still
Oh,
alive.
so they were trying to hunt down a big ass
They
bear.
thought it was still alive out in the Americas, and they're like, go find it.
Yeah.
And Lewis and Clark were like, what? You what? What?
You
You
want-
want us to?
Us to confront this thing.
Yeah, and Jefferson was like, yeah. What am I
No.
paying you for?
No, thank you.
While you're out there heading
Yeah.
toward California way, try to get this giant fucking bear, please.
Yeah, not ideal.
No thanks.
Next up was isn't much known about this, but it's called the giant jaguar. So it's just a much bigger everything was giant, essentially.
Yeah.
So like every scary predator that you know today was just like 2 to 3x.
Jaguar plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is pseudoscience or not, but like I've heard some of the reasoning behind that is there's like more oxygen in the atmosphere.
I've no idea. I didn't read any of that.
Jaguars are also the strongest bite of a mammal, I believe.
Currently?
Yeah. So it goes like for all animals, it's like crocodile.
I think crocs are like pretty far and away.
They're not
Crocodiles
mammals.
and alligators are 1, 2, and then I think it's jaguars 3.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Crushed bones, baby.
Yeah.
This one was bigger.
Yeah.
This one will fuck you up.
Go Jags.
Maybe
Speaking
hippos in
of
there.
what we talked about, I think on our Patreon episode, one of the great, in terms of we kept going back to Apocalypto, one of the great moments of Apocalypto, when the jaguar bites that guy's face off.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Apocalypto. I need to.
What?
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Oh,
We'll do it for
God.
the Patreon.
It's so
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, we can definitely. Apocalypto would be a great Patreon watch along.
Oh, yeah. And we will do that. Next up is the Glyptodon.
We're only going to do Mel Gibson movies.
I think so, yeah. We'll do all the Mel Gibson movies first.
Signs will be one of them.
It's a great movie.
I love Signs.
I scared the shit out of
All
me
the
in high
lethal
school.
weapons.
Yes.
Every Mel Gibson film. Get him to the Gringo.
Yeah.
Or the Gringo, whatever the fuck it is. I don't
Gringo.
know. Yeah, Gringo.
Fat Man.
Get him to the Gringo.
Get him to the Gringo.
Get him to the Greek and Gringo
don't fucking-
crossover movie.
Who the
I would
fuck
watch
knows?
that.
Glyptodon is the next one. This is the 1-ton armadillo that you were thinking
It's
of.
the size of like a Volkswagen Bug, right?
Yeah, fuck that. And again, that thing's not really going to hurt you, but just fuck living with
Think
that.
of all the disease on it.
They carry leprosy.
Yeah.
A lot of them do. Yeah, it's nuts.
So essentially, if you're like, oh, that's big, I'm going to eat it, and then you get leprosy.
Oh man, my face is falling off.
You get
Weird.
just a giant dose of leprosy. But also just fuck living with that. Fuck living near that.
That's your car. What are you talking about? You just ride it.
You
You
get
don't.
leprosy
Well,
on
you
your-
get leprosy. You get leprosy from your car.
Probably, they all had leprosy back then. Who cares?
I don't think they all had leprosy.
This is kind of pre-disease, actually.
This is before.
Is leprosy like treatable?
It is now, yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Because they used to just have communes for them, right?
Right. They
yeah,
just sent
when they
them.
couldn't treat it. So
them off to an
most
island.
disease, this could be an episode too. Most disease did actually crop up also during prehistory, but it was during when we became sedentary and agriculture based. That's when disease really started to
Well, we
fucking-
start shitting in the same spot all the time,
Yes,
probably.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever they do like the Greek oracle societies or whatever, they all are fucked up, right? So is that like leprosy?
No, they're just freaks.
Okay.
Yes, freaks.
Okay.
Next up, this is the ultimate predator, I think, of the time. The short-faced bear. Doesn't sound that bad, right?
Why is his
Short
face
Oh, it's
so
got a
short?
it's got a short face. It actually doesn't have a short face at all. Its skull doesn't quite match the rest of its giant fucking body.
So it's more big bodied than big little headed.
Yeah, this is the largest land-dwelling mammal predator ever in North America.
How big?
2,600 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
5 to 6 feet tall when standing on all fours.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. So it's as tall as like,
It's just a bigger polar bear.
so that's like me. It's like our height.
Yes, it's our height standing on all fours.
Yeah. So it's God standing up.
Standing up, it's 12 feet high.
Fuck.
You ain't hiding in a tree.
No.
No, you're certainly not. It can also run 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You ever see like a bear running on like, you'll be scrolling Twitter or
Yeah.
Instagram, it just shows a bear running alongside a Jeep doing like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck?
The thing is, though, they have no stamina.
Oh, so they're all fast twitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all fast twitch muscle. That's
That's-
again, the way the humans survive is that we can just run 15 to 20 miles an hour a long ass time as compared to most any other animal. Even a cheetah, like they do 70 or whatever, or 65, whatever, but they can only do it for like just a little bit.
Cheetahs don't scare me.
So cheetahs are pussies.
Yeah.
And there was an American cheetah also. I did not include it because cheetahs are pussies.
They are.
To the point where cheetahs in zoos get so anxious that they have to put golden retrievers in there with them.
Wait,
Did you know that?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
And they're fine with it?
Oh, they love it.
Oh, they like to play with the
Yeah.
puppies?
Cheetahs are the Jake Goldman of the animal kingdom.
I'm not fast.
That's fair.
I'm slow as fuck.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me run? It's terrible.
Well, the cheetahs in a zoo
They're not doing a lot of running.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there you go.
of the animal
I got a
kingdom.
dog.
Yeah.
Get to chill. I'm a little anxious, so I need that dog.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a lot of running.
No.
And it's not fast. I can't go anywhere.
You're locked in a cage most of the
Do you think they do
most
like
of the
data
day.
entry?
Those cheetahs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just count each other's spots over and over again.
It's like,
Like, 1, 2, yeah.
if I don't get this done, I'm going to be in trouble.
It's not great.
Yeah.
The
Really
short-faced bear also, they found at least one bear carcass butchered at an archaeology site also. So again, humans, terrifying thing. And honestly, let's be honest with both the short-faced bear and the other animals. They probably killed a lot of humans. But
Yeah, in order to kill one of these things, we're taking some casualties.
how many casualties? So let's go back to this real quick. How many casualties do you think it takes? So let's say Each animal has 10 people attacking it.
Yep.
American cave lion, how many people is that taking down?
3.
Yeah, I was thinking like 3 or 4 for that.
Okay. Jefferson ground sloth.
1.
0 casualties.
Oh, like how many people? How many people does it take to kill it,
No,
or how many people does it take out?
10 people are attacking all these animals.
Okay, yeah. 0 on the
0
sloth.
are getting killed by the sloth.
Glyptodon?
The armadillo?
Yeah.
0.
Anybody
0.
accidentally getting murked?
0.
Natural forces.
Well,
I don't know.
via leprosy,
All right.
maybe 1 or 2.
Okay. Giant jaguar?
Ooh, a lot.
Like
You might
6.
Yeah,
Really? More than the
More than
lion?
half.
I think it's more than the lion. Yeah.
yeah.
It's because why? Because it's more agile?
It's just bigger
Jaguars
too.
are scary, man. Jaguars hunt and are like stealthy.
There is, so I remember reading this thing one time that like jaguars were the the favorite target of like safari hunters because they were the meanest, smartest cats.
They are, and they also kill for fun.
Yeah.
They don't just kill to eat. They are just mercenaries in the cat world.
Where's your jaguar tattoo?
It's coming, probably. I got to go down to Peru and do some ayahuasca first
Yes.
and turn into a jaguar.
We just a jaguar crawling down the lighthouse, actually.
Yeah.
Short-faced bear.
All of them.
Yeah, that's you might.
Well,
have
they
to
did kill one.
Right. So the 10 are getting got. And then
You get the next 10.
The next guy's coming up.
What? Oh, so it just bleeds out after it kills
You-
the 10.
you actually
and
need
the
to-
women drag it home.
Yep.
You need to send 11 and one guy to learn what not to do next time, while the other 10 try to kill it.
Dude, did they ever come across like giant apes?
Well, so I was gonna say
That had to be the most terrifying.
I was gonna
Oh my
say,
God, yeah.
who knows who the fuck those first people were? Did they kill Bigfoot? Is that who they killed?
Well,
Did the
Bigfoot-
Native Americans colonize Bigfoot?
I think Bigfoot's still out there.
It wouldn't shock me if there was one. Like, there's so much stuff we just don't understand about, like
I
the
just think
vast swaths of nature we have.
Cameras just can't pick him up. I don't know why.
He's naturally blurry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a naturally blurry guy. The next one is the saber-toothed cat. It speaks for itself. Really big. Blah blah blah. How many
Right.
people do you think it takes to take it down?
Similar to Jaguar, probably.
Okay.
Like 6.
Now here are 2 that I fucking hate. Now this wouldn't take a lot of adults to kill.
Giant snail.
No. But I don't like either one. These 2 are going to be awful to try to kill. The first one, the La Brea stork. The stork is 5 feet tall.
I don't want to fuck with birds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 5 feet tall. Its fucking beak is like 1.5 feet long.
I hate that.
It's just essentially a fucking
It's a
pterodactyl.
dinosaur. It's a
Yeah.
fucking pterodactyl.
No, thank you.
How many?
Can it fly?
Yeah, the stork can fly.
None.
We don't try, and
Yeah. They just literally are like, all right, wait for it to fly off.
yeah.
Just please God. It only took one baby.
Stick-
This stork doesn't deliver babies. It
Right.
takes them away.
It swoops it up.
It's a mean stork.
It's very, very
Anti-stork.
fucking stork.
Maybe a clumsy stork and drops the baby, and that's how
Just does it for fun.
the stork and the baby came about. It's
Yeah.
just
You get your baby
baby
back.
fell out of the sky, and another group of people were like, "Oh,
shit.
a baby."
We don't know. Yeah. Like, oh, that works. The next one, this one is probably, well, it'll be a bitch for adults to fight, but it's probably something that'll kill your kids if you let them wander the jungle or something. The Cuban owl. This is a 3'7" flightless owl.
Flightless.
Flightless. Fuck that.
Dumb.
No, but it's an ambush predator, and it took down the prey the size of a capybara, which capybara is like the size of Wheeler.
It's a
Yeah.
ground owl.
Yeah, it's a ground owl.
I just want to see it ambush something now.
This thing
Like, what does it do?
Shuffling towards you.
Dude,
like,
this thing could kill your kids. Like, it couldn't kill you.
How
Like, you
fast can it go?
pretty fucking fast. Flightless birds are not slow. There's no slow flightless
just
bird.
a little troll bird.
Except
I
for like
just,
a turkey or a chicken.
I
But I mean, like,
think
this thing had really long legs. Like, this thing was
Oh, it
fast.
had long legs.
This
Okay,
thing was
see,
fucking fast.
in my mind, I'm imagining like essentially a 3'7" penguin.
No. This thing had like stork legs almost. Like, it's,
Ugh.
yeah, this thing had long, aggressive legs.
So essentially,
Ostrich owl?
Ostrich, yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it could kill your kids.
And, and its head can turn on a swivel.
Yeah.
God, that's disgusting. I'm glad this animal's dead.
I'm glad all these animals are fucking dead.
Yeah.
Well, Letterkenny taught us it takes 3 to fuck an ostrich, right?
I don't remember that episode, but
It's in a lot of episodes. Either way, how
missed
many to kill this thing?
to kill it, probably like
No, how many? Well, it's how many die, I guess.
how
don't
many
think anybody-
run away from the
Yeah,
sheer
nobody
horror of
probably dies.
No one dies.
Yeah.
how many run away from the sheer horror of seeing this abomination of God? Just like, ugh.
Yeah,
They
but
just
they're used
walked
to
into
it.
a continent full, 2 continents full of nightmares. I think it probably, it doesn't kill, but it probably like injures a couple people.
Probably
before you
like
take it down.
mortally wound you.
Yeah. If it,
Like it's not going to kill you on the spot.
well, if
but
it's like talon steps in shit and then like cuts your
Yeah.
fucking, cuts your
You get-
arm or
you
something.
get infected with
Yeah.
shit.
you already got leprosy
Shit
from the
cut.
armadillo.
Yeah. It's not a good,
Are you saying they didn't have Neosporin?
they did not have Neosporin, as we say.
Neosporin?
Yeah.
Neo's porn.
Neosporin, yeah.
Neosporin.
The Matrix. Yeah. Ha
Good God. So all of these animals that I mentioned and a lot more, they died out about 11,000 years ago in what's called the quaternary extinction. Paleontologists believe the primary reason was
They're big as fuck.
human beings coming over and killing and hunting them or all their prey.
That's awesome.
Yeah. There was also some climate change at the time.
The real apex predator.
That's right.
No,
the
we
most apex.
absolutely are. As Brad Pitt says in Ad Astra, we're planet eaters.
We are.
Yeah. As Agent Smith says in The Matrix Reloaded.
Oh, I
we
thought
are-
from Mrs. and Mr. Smith or whatever.
No.
But yeah, anyway, we're a disease.
No. He
Also-
says that in the first one. We're a
also
virus.
Brad-
Oh, we're a virus?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie,
Ad Astra.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we just make things work for us. We don't try to adapt to anything.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We adapted enough to make things adapt to us.
Yeah. Also, but I kind of just think people like come to America and just get really horny to kill shit.
Well,
Like this continent just makes you want to just kill everything that lives here.
I mean, if
That's
you
the
think,
plot to the Eddie Murphy movie, right?
Coming to America? Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants to kill everything that lives here.
yeah, they should redo that like they're doing with Bel Air.
It's a dark,
Dark Coming to America.
gritty, but he's like from 13,000 years ago and just murders everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would actually make sense. So, like, coming to here, if you believe in the idea that mass migration raises dopamine and, dopamine levels, like, genetically.
Yeah.
Because you're taking in so much information, stuff like that. It's like I don't know what the science is behind it, but it also high levels of dopamine do make you more violent.
Yeah.
They can.
They make you more violent or make you more thirsty, which then makes you more violent. Like
don't
you
know.
need more.
Maybe that's it. Like, because once you need that, like, you need more dopamine, right? Yeah. So,
And you'll do anything to fucking get it.
Yeah, I mean,
The same way a drug addict, like not necessarily a mugger or a killer at first, but they need their fix. They'll
That's
fucking-
why every time I post an Instagram story or a post, you need to like watch out, buddy.
Well, I feel like it's if you don't.
I'm bloodthirsty.
Like if you're trying to post and I take your phone, then you'll kill.
I just need more.
Yeah,
Double tap that.
double tap it. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I just think because they've noticed that for people that are genetically descended from people that migrated, during the what do you call it? People coming over from Europe,
Yeah.
like their dopamine levels are higher.
What does that mean?
Like, yeah, it just means your dopamine levels are higher.
Okay.
Like the migration events, like when there are mass migration events, it raises dopamine levels for a certain number of generations.
Yeah, because we're the fucking idiots that were dumb enough to try to like go to a brand new land.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
descended by very brave and very stupid people, or like our ancestor. We are the
We're
descendants
bold.
of very brave and very stupid people.
Yes.
I mean, look at like American problems.
Yeah.
It's overconsumption.
Right.
We're very into violence. Like,
Yeah.
it's a thing.
But our country is the way it is because of the people that came here originally, and we just kind of continued those values and those traditions.
I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it just is.
It is. Right.
And what's hilarious is that is the same things that the first people, well, second people, I guess, probably the first people too, but the second people for sure, who came here also fucking shared. They overconsumed, they overfucked, overexplored. Like they filled every fucking corner of both continents that were totally empty. And I'm talking places that were habitable, super habitable, not very habitable, every fucking ounce of it.
I'm sorry, like Machu Picchu, where is it? Oh, it's on top of a giant fucking mountain?
Right.
Yeah. Someone went up there and built it.
I'm still mind blown by like Inuits who just like stayed in North Canada, or anyone who like went to West Texas and was like, here,
Yeah.
this is it.
I like this big old rock.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I kind of could get the Inuits just from like the whaling
You got
perspective.
the seal blubber and all that
It's
stuff.
like,
yeah.
well, we kill one.
We're eating
good.
good.
For a while.
Yeah, we're eating pretty good here.
Everything, we live in a refrigerator.
Yeah,
So,
so
I
everything
mean,
just kind of stays good.
yeah.
That's fair. But that's all I got. I would like, for one, to thank our North American ancestors for murdering all these horrifying beasts. They all went extinct literally 1,000 to 2,000 years after
Although
the
think of
human
the-
beings moved into the Americas.
Think of the utility of a giant sloth right now.
Oh, by the way, that's not the only things they killed. There were camels in America, horses in America. I mean, they killed everything.
Yeah, the horses we see now are imports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even need cranes if we had those sloths.
Well, you'd have to domesticate it.
And learn them, teach them how to stack on top of each other, I guess.
Yeah, it would just be the Flintstones.
Yeah. We really missed out on a Flintstones future.
I wish I had a car that I had to push with my feet.
Yabba dabba doo.
What'd you guys learn today? Daniel?
I learned that I could probably kill half these animals
By yourself?
with a solid core group of
With a
friends.
crew?
Yeah.
With you and your 15
With
boys,
my
you
15
could-
boys hit the
Yeah.
bars. Yeah.
That's an evolutionary instinct.
Yeah.
We're learning.
What was once a power hour was, yo, let's go kill this fucking bear. Dude, you have to think, by the way, that
I would
they
say the bear is by far the scariest.
Oh, by far. It's the biggest.
Yeah, but also bears are terrifying.
Yeah, they're assholes.
The Jaguar 2 is up there. I wouldn't want to fuck with the Jaguar.
You really just want to be playing superhero with the sloths, huh?
Yeah,
super
I'm
villain.
just slitting sloths left and right.
But dude, probably. But dude, you got to think. By the way, like these people, they were people. They had our brains. They were relatively as developed as us. You got to think. At certain points, they were like, "Yo." Like, they weren't just like, let's hunt for food. It's only food and fuck and walk. Like, you got to think, like, a couple of the boys got together and were like, it'd be tight if we killed a lion.
Yeah, it was kind of, maybe they probably had some sense of ego back then as well.
Yes,
I'm
they
sure.
hunted. They absolutely had to hunt for game and sport and stuff like that. I guarantee you
They
that.
needed to hunt to survive, but there was also probably an aspect of like, okay, I'm like really good at this.
Right. Well, because here's the thing. If there was art at the time, right, if people were doing cave painting and stuff like that, then
Yeah.
they also had to, if there was art, there had to be sport and ego and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
they, yes, probably did hunt for sport to be like, dude, it'd be tight if we killed that bear. Like, let's go fuck that bear up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I don't know, like you get a bunch of teenage kids together, give them some booze. It's like, hey, let's go throw eggs at something.
Yeah, let's go break some shit.
Let's go spray paint a building.
Yeah.
Like it's all the same shit.
Let's go
It's-
cut, like, I'm sure that I don't know if they could get drunk yet at that point, although alcohol was invented long before writing was.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, do you think they had a group of like people in the village that just did hallucinogenics and we're just talking about, oh man, like my ego's totally dead.
So these
I
people,
just got it,
These
but
people
it's gone.
weren't, I don't think, quite on that level yet, but I don't know for sure. And by these people,
They
I
didn't
mean
have
human.
a spiritual awakening.
They were definitely spiritual. I don't know if they had intoxicants.
Yeah, I mean, like I kind of want to research this now on my own, but like, when does bicameralism come into like the human psyche?
Yeah.
right. Like the inner monologue versus just instinct and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
separating it. Right.
When did cannibalism come into play? Because did they eat each other?
Probably long before that, because chimps eat each other. So
Yeah.
we probably been eating each other since before
But
we
these
were
people
people.
for sure ate each other. Probably.
I'm sure. Yeah, cannibalism.
Yeah, at a
but-
certain level.
So what'd you learn today? That you could kill a lot of these animals? That
I'm
you just-
killing a lot of. They're just big, man. They're just giant targets.
Yeah.
Maybe with the weaponry of the time, it would be a little bit more. I'd have to be a little bit more creative.
Okay.
I'm not facing these animals
I like
head
to
on.
lodge the giant toothpick in their throat.
Yeah, just
method.
make them choke on a giant
Oh, just
stick.
instead of like stabbing them in the neck, put
just-
it
yeah,
down
in
the
their
throat.
throat
We
as
should
they're
do
about to eat you.
a spear throwing range. I'm sure those exist instead
If,
of like
if
an
they
axe
don't, we
throwing
got to
range.
start.
Yeah, I actually went to a luau when I went to that wedding in Hawaii. The luau had a spear throwing range,
Nice.
so I have to assume I didn't get to do it. But
Were you an extra in Hobbs and Shaw?
well, this wedding was like 2 months ago, so no.
Okay.
I probably learned that I guess I didn't realize that there was a first migration before the quote unquote Native American migration into.
Well, no one realized it until
Yeah, like
a year,
I just learned that
a year
so,
ago.
Yeah, that's a big thing I learned today.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, big shit don't change moment is that everyone that's come here has wiped some shit out.
Yeah.
Like it just happens.
Shit don't change. Like
Yeah.
that is human nature to move somewhere and change the environment
To meet your needs.
to meet.
So humans are the Hitler of the episode?
yeah, I would say who's
Always.
the Hitler?
Always.
Human beings.
Without humans, there is no Hitler.
right.
Or
Yeah.
Homo sapiens, I guess?
Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Depending on if
So
there's
Actually-
homos are the Hitler.
homos.
Yeah.
No. Because Homo Neanderthals, the Denisovans or whatever,
Yeah, they weren't. doing-
Denisovans were not the Hitlers.
Well,
It's Homo sapiens.
Homo
are the-
sapiens, yeah.
are the
Hitler
Hitler.
also dies, so
Well, we'll probably die one day. So, yeah, I would have to say because Neanderthals
dying.
and Denisovans, I don't know how much they expanded. I'd have to look more into that. I can't really speak too super educated on that.
I really want to know, like, what was the game level of the Homo sapien that found a Neanderthal and was like, instead of killing you,
I'm going to fuck you.
let's do it.
What do you mean? What's the game level? It's you take your stone knife.
Oh,
you just killed
God.
you just killed their whole cave, and you're like, "Come on, lady, I like your eyebrows."
Your eyebrow.
Yeah, yeah.
God, that's awful to think about, but that's how it was.
That's how it went.
Yeah.
So humans are
History's
Hitler?
not, history's not pretty.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Humans are Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always.
It's fair enough. Well, that's all I got for today.
Yeah. Again, please, if you like us and you want some extra content, check out patreon.com/softcorehistory. Got some good content on there. Just $5 a month. You know, we're gonna get at least a new episode every week. Drops every Wednesday. Then we also have, of course, softcorehistory.com. Buy some merch. We've got the Topsy the Elephant shirts. We have just regular Softcore History logos and some cool hats and some cool shit.
Shouts to everyone who wore Too Irish to Die on St. Patrick's Day.
Shouts to the people that are buying the shirts still.
Yeah.
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 Post St. Patrick's Day for next St. Patrick's
Well,
Day.
yeah, you need it for next St. Patrick's Day.
Of course, leave a review, 5 stars, please and thank you on iTunes, and then of course 5 stars on Spotify. You don't even have to write a review; you just click that 5-star on Spotify.
Not hard.
Not hard at all. Check us out at Softcore History on Instagram. We got plenty of good memes, some good clips from the show. Tell a friend about the podcast. Tell a family member about the podcast. Tell your date about the podcast. And yeah,
For Dan Jester and Jake Goldman, I'm Rob Fox.
and you just got soft served.